Now here, so generally we discuss two types of methods: instance method, normal method and abstract method. So normal method contains method declaration, method implementation. Abstract method contains method declaration, and each and every abstract method ending with semicolon. And to represent method is abstract, declare the abstract modifier. Just need complete it, right? Now here, so you know generally abstract class means, so declare the abstract class. So the abstract class contains generally normal, it's an abstract method, and write the implementations in child classes. So I completed two examples, right? So example number 3. So generally in interview also same question. So a very important interview question they are asking. So what is the question, Ratan? So question here: is it possible to declare main method inside the abstract class or not? So inside the abstract class, is it possible to declare the main method or not? You know public static void main string array args, right? So that main method inside the abstract class possible or not possible? So immediately generally you are saying, Ratan, inside the abstract class main method is not possible. Obviously you are saying inside the abstract class main method is not possible, right? Good. But here anyhow your answer is wrong. So inside the abstract class it is possible to declare the main method also. So we are not creating any object, just we are declaring main method. Inside the main method I am writing on SOP. So if you want, so check the example once. So in this example, so here alt F new Java, I declared class test. So I declared this is my abstract. So this is obviously abstract class, but abstract class contains how many abstract methods here? 0 number of abstract methods, no problem. So I declared Ratan. So save the application. So test.java. So you know to compile application, open the command prompt. Initially control is present in local disk C, but you know generally our workspace is local disk G. Generally our workspace is local disk G. Inside the G folder, Java by Ratan folder is there. Inside the Java by Ratan folder, Java programs folder. In that folder, my applications are available. Generally, can you please compile the application? You know what is the application name here? So Java compiler, can you please compile my test.java. So code is compiled. So JVM, can you please execute the test class? Obviously Ratan world is printed. So the conclusion here, so inside the abstract class it is possible to declare the main method also. This is the example number 3 regarding abstract classes. Example number 3 regarding abstract classes. So concentrate. In the first example we discussed abstract class contains 3 abstract methods. So write the implementations in the child classes. And here abstract class reference variable is able to hold the child class object, no problem at all. And here what a class here? Abstract class test contains 3 methods. Actually generally write the implementations in test1 class, but test1 class is providing one implementation. Still internally it contains 2 abstract methods, M2 and M3. I declared abstract modifier. So test2 also same thing. Generally it contains one abstract method M3. I declared abstract. So test3, 3 implementations are completed. Then I create the object of test3. Then access the t.m1, t.m2, t.m3. In the example number 3 we discussed. So inside the abstract class it is possible to declare the main method. No problem at all. So clear? Good. That is example number 3. Example number 3. And you know, so generally inside the class we are able to declare the constructor topic, right? Constructors concept. So constructors means constructor. So generally I declared class name. So inside the class I am declaring constructor. What are the rules and regulations for the constructor? Constructor rules and regulations. Constructor name, class name same, and able to take the parameters and write the logics here. But tell me here, so generally when we write the constructor inside the class, that constructor logics will be executed when we create the object. Tell me how to create the object here. Generally I am creating object. So test t equal to new test of. When I create the object, that constructor part will be executed. So what is the constructor generally? Constructor name, class name same. It is able to take the parameters, no return type, and the constructor logics are executed during object creation. So clear, constructor executed during object creation. I declared this class is abstract class. Abstract class means, tell me this is the test is abstract class. You know, abstract classes object creation is not at all possible in Java. So abstract classes object creation is possible or not possible? Not possible in Java. So abstract classes, this line is not allowed. So abstract classes, this line is not allowed. This line is not allowed means object creation is not possible. Now I am asking, it's a very important entry question for the 3+ experience, 5+ experience, 6+ experience guys. So generally I am asking here, test t equal to new test of, we are writing, object creation is not possible for the construct, which one? Abstract class. Now the question here, inside the abstract class, constructor declaration possible or not possible? Inside the abstract class, constructor declaration possible or not possible? Object creation is not allowed. Object creation is not allowed. But constructor declaration possible or not possible? Possible or not possible? Tell me. So this line is not allowed, but I declare this constructor. So declaration is allowed or not allowed? So generally, some person says yes, Ratan, not possible Ratan. We are not creating object Ratan. How to declare the constructor? Not possible Ratan. Ratan, one approach is there to execute the constructor Ratan. Some person says. So most of the guys says, Ratan, object creation is not possible. So object creation not possible means constructor execution also not possible. Most of the guys says. Yes or no? So generally are saying like that, right? Good. But here, so inside the abstract class, tell me constructor declaration possible or not possible? Obviously. So inside the abstract class, constructor declaration is possible. You can write the constructor. You can write the constructor, man. No problem at all. You can write everything. Everything is possible. So I will write the constructor and I will execute the application also. If you want to check the example once. So inside the abstract class, I will write the constructor. I will execute that constructor also. Write the, if you want to check it. So clear? So I will write the example. So here this is my class tester. Generally assume this is abstract class. Abstract class contains void m1. To represent this method is abstract, use the abstract modifier. So constructor declaration, constructor name, class name same, open brace, closure brace. Now system dot out dot println. I am writing constructor here. System dot out dot println. So you know this is generally abstract class constructor. What is the class here? Abstract class constructor. This is abstract class anyhow. Good. And next one, generally to write the implementations, I declared class test1. The class test1 extends which class here? Test class. Class test1 extends which class here? Test class. Now I am writing the implementation of m1 method. So how to write the implementation of m1 method here? So void m1, open brace, closure brace. So system dot out dot println of. So this is my, I am overriding m1 method. This is my generally m1 method. Good. So in the test1 class also I am declaring one constructor. So a test1 constructor. In the test1 constructor I am writing the system dot out dot println of. Now tell me here what is the output here? So test1 normal class constructor, right? So normal class constructor. But concentrate here. Normal class constructor. But concentrate here. Abstract class contains one abstract method. I am overriding that method in the child class. Child class is provided implementations, right? Good. Now here I declared main method. What is the main method then? So public static void main. Then I declared string array args. So string array args. So I declared open brace, closure brace. Now generally I am creating object of normal class. What is the normal class here? Test1. I am using nameless object. Test1 dot method name is m1 method. Tell me when we call the new test1 means new test1. So new test1 means how many argument constructor it is? 0 argument. Now what happened here? 0 argument constructor will be executed. So while executing 0 argument constructor, can you please call a superclass constructor? You know generally how to call superclass constructor? Super of. So why superclass here? There is no arguments. Here also there is no arguments. Here there is no arguments, right? So generally we are writing like that. Good. So you know program execution always starts from main method. In the main method new test1 of. So test1 construct is executed. In the test1 constructor we are writing super keyword, right? So first of all superclass construct will be executed. First a superclass constructor is executed, then child class constructor will be executed. So if you want, I will do the compilation and execution. Code is compiled anyhow. Tell me after compilation how many dark class files. If you are watching my video first time, always think about the how many dark class files are generated after compilation. So generally tell me in this example how many dark class files are generated here. 2 dark classes. What are the 2 dark classes? One is a test dark class, one is a test1 dark class. 2 classes are there, obviously 2 dark class files will be generated. But which class contains main method? Tell me. Which class contains main method? Which class contains main method? Test1 class contains main method. Can you please execute the test1 class? Now tell me. So can you please observe the output here? Abstract class constructor is executing or not executing? So obviously executing means inside the abstract class it is possible to declare the constructors or not. For every theoretical point I will give you the practical things. So don't believe the theoretical knowledge, always believe practical knowledge. Always believe practical knowledge. This is your example number 4. This is your example number 4. I'm going. So I hope this example is clear, everyone. So it is possible to declare the constructor and it is possible to execute the constructors also. So clear? Good. Now generally, you know, in my first demo classes, in the first videos, I completed class concept. Generally, you know, the class contains how many elements? You are watching my videos means you are able to understand what is the class, what it contains, what is the object and all. So generally, so check the previous videos. In the previous videos, we are on the class concept. The class generally contains how many elements, Ratan? 5 elements. What are the 5 elements for the first one here? The first one is the variables. First one is the variable. The second one is the methods concept. The third one is the constructors concept. Constructors. The fourth one is the instance blocks. The fifth one is the static blocks. So inside the abstract class also, it is possible to declare the variables. So concentrate. Inside the abstract class, this is the abstract class, right? It is possible to declare the variables, and it is possible to declare the abstract methods and normal methods also. I give an definition, right? What is the definition? Abstract class may contains abstract or may not contains abstract. But intention is object creation is not possible. Anyway, just now I completed the point. So inside the abstract class, constructors also possible. The next example, I will complete these 2 things. So inside the abstract class, it is possible to declare the instance blocks and the static blocks also. No problem at all. No problem at all. So don't think that an abstract class means some elements are possible. So we are unable to declare all the elements. Don't think like that. So clear. For every example, I will give the practical point. So always I am concentration practical. Generally, I am taking the classes for the employees. So for every example, I will give a practical point. No problem at all. So clear. So the persons who are watching my videos, always, generally I am using one word. So take the pen and paper, try to note down each and every point. Because my video class also seems to be live classes, I hope. I don't know what's your feeling. So generally, the video class also, I am saying, general normal class, video class also seems to be live classes. So in front of the camera, I am saying your examples. So there is no classroom students here. So I will take care about your knowledge. I cover all the points. Just take the pen and paper, write the points and take the example, and beautiful option is there. In YouTube means you can pause the video, write the example, compile and execute. Example 1 is completed. Then start the video. Example 2, check that example 2. Pause the video, complete the example 2. Completing all the videos is not at all important. Once you watch a particular video means how much knowledge you are getting from that video, that is important. That is important. Anyway, seems to be, so it's not a great points, so leave it. So I hope you understand my feelings, right? Good. So the question here, so inside the abstract class, it is possible to declare instance blocks and static blocks. So I already told you. Ratan, I don't know what is the instance block, what is the static block, Ratan. You don't know what is the instance block, static block and constructor. We are unable to understand these examples. So better to watch instance blocks video, static blocks video, then think about this class concept, like abstract class concept. Point is clear? Prerequisite, already completed topics. So generally, I will give same point, I will remember one point here. So instance blocks, tell me generally when the instance blocks are executed? When the instance blocks are executed. So instance blocks are executed during object creation. So when the static blocks are executed here, when the static blocks are executed, the static blocks are executed, the static blocks are executed during dark class file loading. If you are creating 10 objects, 10 times instance blocks will be executed. But how many times the static blocks executed? Only once during dark class file loading will be executed. Just remember the 2 points. Instance blocks execution depends on object creation. So clear. So static blocks execution depends on class loading. Ratan, you said instance blocks execution depends on object creation, but here there is no chance to create the object of parent abstract class, right? We are not creating object of abstract class. Generally, to write the implementation of abstract class, we are declaring generally normal class, right? So normal class will become the child class. So in the class, we are writing the constructors. Generally in the constructor, super keyword is automatically generated. So you can check the super keyword here, super keyword example. Super keyword is automatically generated. Automatically super class members will be executed faster. So what I am saying here, so here when I declare the instance blocks inside the abstract class, we are not creating object of abstract class, we are creating object of child class. We are creating object of child class. Ratan, can you please write some points, Ratan? So for example, I declared class tester. In the class test, this is assume this is abstract class. Abstract class instance block means syntax. Tell me what is syntax of instance block? Open brace, closure brace. I'm writing some SOP here. No problem, leave it. And I'm writing on static block. Static block, open brace, closure brace, SOP, some double quotes I completed. That is a static block. So instance block is ready, static block is ready. Now tell me, I said the instance blocks executed during object creation. It doesn't mean, so we are creating object of test class. It does not mean that what? We are not creating object of test class. So we are creating object of which class? I declared generally test1 class. The test1 class, tell me, extends which class here? Test class. Test1 extend test class. We are creating object of new test1, right? For this object creation, these two static blocks, instance blocks will be executed as part of parent class. As part of parent class. Your point is clear? So don't think abstract class object. Think about the child class object. Think about the child class object. So finally, inside the abstract class also, these 5 elements are declaration is possible. I will practically implement this example. Can please check the screen? Let me complete the practical point for this example. So generally instance block, what is I declared constructor, I declared one instance block. Tell me what instance block syntax. Open brace, closure brace. Here I am writing the system.out.println. You can use this instance block for initialization purpose also, no problem. You can use the instance block for the initialization purpose as well as write the business logic purpose. You can use both purpose, no problem at all. The system.out.println of, generally this is my instance block. This is my instance block. I will write one static block also. What the static block syntax here? Just a static modifier is added. Static system.out.println of, tell me this is my static block. This is my static block, right? There's an instance block and a static block. There is no M1 method here, it's not required. So good. So generally I am declaring like this. So I am not declaring any instance block, static blocks in the test1 class. So my intention here is it is possible to write the instance block and static blocks inside the abstract class or not. So what is my intention here? Is it possible to write the instance blocks and static blocks inside the abstract class or not? So clear. There is reason. Now can you please compile and execute the application? So control yes, I saved. Code is compiled. What is the problem? Cannot find symbol M1 method. Oh, there is no M1 method, right? There is no M1 method. Remove the M1 method. New test1 off. When we call the new test1 off, test1 constructor, but it is calling the super keyword. Now what happened here? The parent class constructor is executed. The parent class instance block, the parent class static block. Tell me how many objects I created here? One child class object. So one time the instance block will be executed. So code is compiled fine. Java, the class name is which class contains main method? Which class contains main method? Test1 class, right? So test1. So check it. First of all, any dot class file loading static block will be executed. Then instance block. Then abstract class constructor. Then normal class constructor executed normally. Ratan, can you please create one more object in the same way? Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. Two objects. Now tell me how many times instance blocks are executed? 2 times. But how many times the static blocks are executed? Only one time. Only one time. So check it. How many times the instance blocks execute? Static blocks are only one time the static block. But how many times instance block? Instance block, abstract class constructor, normal class constructor. Then instance block, abstract class constructor, normal class constructor. So based on this example, you can decide. So inside the abstract class, it is possible to declare. It is possible to declare. So constructor is possible to declare. Static blocks, instance blocks also possible. So generally in instance block, static block, 2 reasons we are writing. One reason for write the logics, one reason for the initializing the values. 2 reasons. So clear? I hope the points are clear. So there's information regarding abstract classes, just introduction. In the project level, where exactly we are using abstract classes, then we will discuss. Project level, where exactly we are using abstract classes, we will discuss. So these points are clear for first of all. Good. The next one, so general terms of everyone is asking, what is the difference between class, interface, class, interface, abstract class, right? The simple point for that answer, simple answer for that points. The first one is that they are saying class. The second one they are saying, tell me abstract class. Abstract class. The third one they are saying interface. First one saying each one class, abstract class, interface. So clear. These are 3 points. So what is the just can you please give me 1 point regarding these 3 points? The three points. Just to give me one point. Generally class means. So can you please take the paper? In that paper, the class means the paper contains all questions and answers. All questions and answers. So all questions and answer. Question number 1 corresponding answer. Question number 2 corresponding answer. Question number 3 corresponding answer. Question number 4 corresponding answer. The class contains all questions with answers. We no need to write anything. Class is there with questions and answer. Paper is there with questions and answer. Just read that paper, enough. Class. What about interface, Ratan? What about interface? Interface means the paper contains only question. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4. Paper contains how many questions here? 4 questions. So class means question with answers. So just you can read it. Method and declaration. Method versus implementation. Both are there. So you can just read it. Interface means it contains only questions. So based on that questions, I am writing my own answers. You can write your own answer. Your uncle can write your own answers. Their own answers. Every student is able to write their own answers. That is interface. That is what? Interface. Point is clear. What about abstract class, Ratan? Can please tell me based on these 2 definitions. So can please frame the abstract class definition. So abstract class contains some question and answer, some question 2 only question 3 and answer only question 4. Now tell me what the abstract class contains. It contains some implementation, some declaration, some implementation, some declaration. So partial implementations, you can say. Partial implementations. Already some questions are completed. So remaining questions, you can write the remaining question answers. This is the general meaning of class abstract class interface. Don't think heavily. Don't think much. Class means, what is the class? White paper contains question and answer and all. Just you can read it. What about interface? White paper, it contains only questions. What about implementations? Every person write their own implementations. Just like exam. What is the point about the abstract class? It contains some questions, some question and answers. Question and answers, no need to worry. Think about this question 2 and question 4, write the implementations. Here all implementations, here partial implementations, here there is no implementations. That is a class, abstract class, interface. Class, abstract class and interface. I hope everyone the abstract class points are clear. So clear? There is a purpose of abstract classes. Ratan, you explained about abstract classes. Good, you are able to understand. Good, everything is fine. So inside the abstract class, main method is possible. Inside the abstract class, constructor declaration possible. Inside the abstract class, instance blocks, static blocks declaration possible. Class means implementations are completed. Interface means only question. Abstract class means question and answers, only questions are there. Everything is fine, good, well and good. Tell me, in the project level, where exactly we are using abstract classes? Where exactly we are using abstract classes? So to understand this point, we need to, first of all, you need to complete interfaces concept. So I will combine the interfaces and abstract classes both, then only I am able to write the example regarding abstract classes. Point is clear. Just to know the real-time usage of these abstract classes, so we must know information about interfaces. That is the reason, first of all, before going to this example, next example, so can please check the interface video first. Without interfaces, you are unable to understand this example. Whatever the examples I am discussing now, we are unable to understand that example. So that's the reason, first of all, check the interfaces. After checking the interfaces, hey Ratan, no Ratan, I am having some basic idea regarding interfaces, then you are able to understand, no problem. Point is clear? So Ratan, I am having some basic idea regarding interfaces, no problem. Then you are able to understand this example. So clear? Ratan, I don't know interfaces, Ratan. I don't know interfaces. You don't know interfaces, just check the interfaces video, then come to this example. So come to this example. I hope clear. There's information regarding so abstract classes. So in the project level, where exactly we are using abstract classes, I will give example. So clear. Now, so in front of the camera, I am writing this example. So my handwriting seems to be little bit you know, so no need to explain. So try to understand the example. So I am writing the example in the screen, no problem, you are able to understand. But without seeing my body language, without seeing my expressions, you are unable to understand the points that a real-time uses. First I will complete the example in the board, then I will then I will write the example in the screen, no problem. But in order to understand this example, so you must know abstract classes information, you must know packages concept, you must know interfaces concept. So to understand this example, how many concepts required? 3 concepts. So to understand this example, how many concepts required? 3. What are the 3? Abstract classes concept required. In the project level, where exactly we are using abstract classes? In the project level, where exactly we are using interfaces? And we need the packages concept. Require the packages concept information also. Clear? Once you know these 3 points, then you are able to understand this example. Generally in the project level, just now I completed. Class means question with answers, complete document is there. Abstract class means some question answers, some questions. Interface means only questions. Only questions. I will write one more time that point. Class means the document contains questions as well as answers. Question 1, question 2, answer. Question 3, answer. Question 4, answer. Just you can read the questions. Create the object, can place access the questions. Enough. What is the next one here? Abstract class. Otherwise, first of all, I will write the interface. What about interface here? Don't think about the spell mistake. While taking the classes, generally you are writing. Some spell mistakes are there. So some points you are unable to understand. Oh, this is interface. Don't think like that. What is the spelling? This fellow is delivering correct spellings or not. Don't think about the spelling. So you want Java, think about the Java. I'm explaining the Java correctly or not. That is important. In the comments, some comments I am saying, I saw some comments. In some comments they are saying your spelling is wrong. What is the need of the spelling? So anyhow, class interface. What is the interface? Tell me. Interface only question paper. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4. Only question paper. So what is abstract class? Tell me. Coming to abstract class. In the abstract class, I am writing some points here. Question 1 with answer. Question 2, question 3 with answer. Question 4. So here some implementations are there, some declarations are there. I said one point regarding abstract classes. Abstract class may contains abstract method. Q2, Q4 is abstract method. It may contains abstract method or may not contains abstract method. Q1, Q3 is normal methods. Assume these are the 4 normal methods, 4 abstract methods, 2 normal method, 2 abstract methods. Clear? So this is a class interface abstract class. Then I will write the first example. So generally, first of all, declare the interface. So use the public modifier to give the permission to all packages. Public interface, the interface name is message interface. Message interface. Generally, you know, interface methods are by default public static. If you are declaring or not declaring. If you are declaring or not, interface methods are by default public and abstract. Generally, I am writing void, so morning message, void morning, semicolon. By default, this method is public and abstract. Void, I am writing evening message, EVEN, and I am writing void GN message. GN means, you know, good night. So generally, I declare the package statement. What is the package statement? Tell me. The package com.dss. The package concept one. Package is also very important. So once you know the packages, then only you are eligible to write the coding in real time. Project level coding means always depends on packages. So everyone says. So generally as a student level, so your employee you know already. No, not required. So as a student level, the project is divided into number of modules, right? Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4. Generally, project is divided number of module. The each and every module is nothing but one package statement. So the package is nothing but folder structure. So we discussed this entire package level examples in packages concept. Ratan, I don't know package. Ratan, check the packages video. I don't know packages means check the packages video, right? Good. Now tell me, I declared com.dss. That interface module name is the message module. Otherwise, this message module is not good. Just I am writing one module here. What is the module here? This is called declaration module. This is the declaration module. This is a file 1. This is my file 1. Tell me what the file 1 contains. File 1. I will link the file 1. I will link this file 1. So interface, right? This is your interface. It contains only questions. Here morning, evening, good night. Then what about next package? This is the module 1. Contains only declarations. So anyone can implement the message. Anyone can write the implementations, right? So generally I'm taking the second file, file2. What is the file2, Ratan? I'm declaring class helper class. So to give the permission to other module, generally declare which modifier here? Public modifier. Public class helper. The helper class is implements. The helper class is implements. That interface name. What is the interface name here? Message interface. When we import the message interface, implements message interface. When we implement message interface, so we must import the package. What is the package? Tell me. So import com dot, I will implement practical this one, com dot dss dot, tell me, declaration dot, I use star. Otherwise instead of the star we can use the message also. Instead of the star you can use message also, no problem at all. So generally I declare the package statement. So this is a package. What is the package name, Ratan? Com dot dss dot. This package name is called helper package. Or the package name? Helper package. Tell me, generally you know that abstract classes concept. When this class is implementing particular interface, how many methods present in the interface? We must to override all methods. We must to override all methods. Yes or no? We must to override all methods. So clear? Good. So you must to override all methods means, but out of 3 methods, morning, evening, good night, out of 3 methods, I know implementation of only good night. You know good night. So I know implementation of only good night, right? So method signature. Good. I hope boys are able to understand method signature. Void good night, right? I know the implementation of only good night. Ratan, I know the implementation of only good night. So can you please implement the good night? So always interface method implementation means must be public. Why, Ratan? These methods are by default public. Here must be public. So that's the introduction part. There is introduction part. I am unable to repeat once again. This is a public is mandatory. I hope you understand, right? That's the reason. First of all, check the interfaces. We are writing the implementations of interface method. Ratan, I am writing implementations of interface methods. If you are writing implementations of interface methods, that implementation methods must be public. Why? Interface methods are by default public. Interface methods are by default public. Here I am writing public void gn. In the gn method, I am writing system.out.println of. So tell me here, good night I am writing. I am writing good night. I know implementation of only good night. But tell me, as per inheritance, my class is implementing message interface. When we implement the interface, generally helper class contains now how many methods? 3. So 3 from message interface. 3 from message interface. Helper class contains 3 methods, but how many implementations are completed? Tell me. How many implementations are completed? Only 1 implementation is completed. Still it contains how many abstract methods? How many abstract methods it contains? 2. So still it contains abstract method means, so we must declare this class with which modifier here? Extra abstract modifier. Obviously this class is called which class here? Abstract class. Why? It contains internally how many abstract methods? 2 abstract methods. Point is clear, it contains 2 abstract methods. This is called helper class. My helper class also completed. Helper class also completed. Now tell me, interface contains only declaration. My helper class. So can you please link the helper class? Whatever the helper class contains, it contains some question and answers. Some questions. Ratan, where is the question, Ratan? As part of implementing message interface, 1 is the implementation, remaining 2 are the declarations only. Point is clear? As part of the implementation, this is the declaration. Remaining 2 methods are questions. There is an abstract class. So clear? Good. Coming to end user as a client. Coming to the client, I am writing the class client 1. But the client 1 here, test client 1. So generally test client 1, this fellow is implements message interface. Here we need to import all the points. Here package declaration and import is there. You must take care about these points. Implementing message interface. Tell me, as a client one is implementing message interface means the client one must to override how many methods? Tell me. You are implementing message interface. Tell me, this is your class. You are implementing message interface. You are implementing message interface. We must write the questions of all. You must write the implementations of all questions or not. So here, so must to write. Tell me, must to write. So implementations of. So implementations of how many methods? 3 methods. Implementations of 3 methods. This is the first case. Hey Mr.Ratan, the client is implementing the class test client, the test client 2, but this fellow is extends helper class. I hope helper class is already, how many method implementations are completed? Tell me. Here importing and all is there. I will develop the application practically. Here test client 2, it is extending helper class. Extending helper class means helper class already how many method implementations are completed? One completed, right? So you must write the implementation of how many methods here? Only 2 methods. So 2 methods implementations are enough. So implementations required. 2 method implementations are required. Completed. That is called your abstract classes, interfaces, normal classes in real time. So this is your normal classes. This is your normal classes. It contains all 3 method implementations or not. It contains all method implementations or not. This is called normal class. I hope every point is clear. This is the real time usage of your abstract classes, interfaces and what? Normal classes. If anyone is asking, just to give this example. Enough. Tell me any doubts. Finally, I will give the overview of entire example. After giving the overview, then I will develop that application practically. Just concentrate. Once you know what is the process, how to tell the process, once you know the process, in the project level, based on our project requirement, we are able to develop the applications obviously. Point is clear. Once you know the process, based on the application requirement, can you please develop the applications? Ratan, I don't know process, Ratan. So generally up to know, some persons don't know what is a class, what is the interface, what is the abstract class. In the real time exactly they are using. But they know the process, but they don't know how to use. This is the best example, I hope. Clear? So finally I am repeating one more time. Interface contains only declarations. Abstract class contains some declaration. How many declarations? Morning, evening declarations are there here. Good night implementation. Some declarations, some implementations. As a client one, if you are interested in implementing interface, when we implement the interface, we must override how many methods? 3 methods. No other option. When we implement the interface, we must override how many methods? 3 methods. But as a client, when we extend helper class is already completed how many method implementations? 1 completed. Remaining 2 methods implementations enough. Just abstract class is nothing but helper class. It is providing some help. I hope every point is clear. Completed, right? Any doubts? Sir, unable to clarify your doubts, sir. Here, if any doubts, can you please mail me regarding any doubts. The mail ID is ratna5256@gmail.com. 5256@gmail.com. Then I will clarify doubts. So clear? So that is my mail ID. Can please mail this mail ID. So practically I will implement this example. So can please check the screen. So meanwhile in our laptops also, so you can check the screen. So check their laptop and develop the application parallelly and complete the application, do the practicals, then you will get the confidence. Without practical knowledge, we are unable to get the confidence surely. I'm always turning this side means this side my system is there. Don't think Ratan is seeing that side. In this side system is there to do the practicals. So clear? So check the example here. Now generally we require the 4 files. Four files required. File number 1. So here file number 1. What is the file 1 here? I am declaring message interface. So first of all declare the package. So com.durgasoft is dss dot. Tell me what the package name here. com.dss. So I declared a declarations module, right? Declarations module. In the declarations module, it interface only questions. So how to declare interface? Interface name is the message. It contains void morning. By default these methods are public and abstract. To give the permission to other modules, declare this one is the public. So generally interface also object creation is possible or not possible? Not possible. So void, the second method here, evening method. The third one is a void gn method. Total how many methods I declared here? 3 questions. This is my file 1. I saved this file 1. This is my message dot java. This is my message dot java. Then file 2. What the file 2? So helper class. The helper it is implements. So implements, the interface name is called message interface. Implements message interface. Message interface present in declaration module. Can you please import that module com.dss. The module name is called what? Declarations. Declarations, right? Declarations dot. In the declarations you can use a star. Otherwise instead of the star you can use what? So message. How many approaches are there to import the classes? 2 approaches. One is the importing all classes, importing required. In the same way here, I used importing required. So I am declaring package statement also. The package com.dss. This module is called helper module. This module is called helper module. But I know the implementations of only how many methods? One method. Method signature. You know signature, right? Public void. So this is my good night. Good night means method signature. So don't think what is the method signature. So leave it. It's not a point. So system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println of. This is my which class? Helper class. Good night. Helper class. Good night. But I don't know implementation of remaining 2 methods. If you don't know implementation of remaining 2 methods, it is not providing implementations of all abstract methods. It is not providing implementation means declare the abstract. And now generally to give the permission to other modules, I declare the public modifier. So control S. This is my helper.java. So how many files are ready here? 2 files. One is the message.java ready. One is helper.java is ready. Helper.java is a file number 2. File number 2. Now the next one here, alt F new Java. Then tell me here test client 1. Test client CLI test client 1. Excuse me. Test client 1. But this fellow is implementing. So implements interface name is a message interface. So message interface means first of all declare the import that message. How to import? So message belongs to com.dss. Method name is called what? So declaration data. The method name is called, the interface name is message. General I am declaring package statement for every file. Package com.dss. Client. CLIENT client, right? So this is my test client.